We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome back to The Freak Show. I am your host today, Bumpy McSquigums, and we're diving back into Brigandine, the legend of Runersia. And we're going right where we left off. Unfortunately, I didn't get to upload the other video yet because my doggo is really sick. She's at the vet right now. So, yeah, that kind of made my night weird and terrible. So that might weigh on my mind here a little bit, but we're here pushing forward. It looks like there are only 2 places that we have to really worry about as far as like defensive points. Like, this doesn't have a path to it, so essentially everything has to be connected through one of these little roads in order for it to, you to be able to attack from there. So you can't attack from here to like here, for instance. You'd have to actually move your troops here, attack from here to here, attack from here to here, and then finally to there. I don't know. I have not been able to figure out exactly where we could find, like, if people are at war with us. So we can see some information here, but nothing's telling me, like, the Holy Gustava Empire. I know they're kind of the big bad guys right now against us, but are they particularly hateful of us right now? Do they want to murder us? Like, what's going on? What are our relations with these kingdoms? Or is everyone just like, nope, y'all gonna die now? And then likewise here, we can see where we're at in our overall view of the map, but I don't know if anyone's at war with anyone else at this point. So some strange stuff. We definitely need to shore up our power on this side at Coalupa, because we are weaker than either one of the bordering areas. And then over on this side, we're a little bit stronger than Cornwern. So I think theoretically / ideally, I will slightly fortify this and then push far over onto this side. Onto this side. And see what we can get done. Looks like he's only controlling 7 or 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Between 7 and 5, apparently. Territories. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? Is there a way to... Sorry, I thought there was a way to see the... Yeah. Okay, no. These are just the various different knights that we have. Okay. Alright, so we click here, and then if we want to see what she's got, we have to click again, and then go to troops. And then we can see that she's got the little goblin boy, she got the little fat, fluffy, furby demon, and she's got a unicorn. We can back out, and we can go to summon, and it will tell us that monsters can be summoned at your base during the organization phase, ensure preparations before moving on to the attack. Monsters cannot be summoned in that phase. It tells us the mana income, mana upkeep, and expected mana upkeep, income. So essentially, anytime we go to spawn a creature or summon a creature, it costs us mana immediately, and then there's going to be an upkeep each turn. So we need to know how much mana income we're going to be getting, and once we get that, we can see like our mana reserves, and we can kind of balance it out. Revive summons will require a special item called a revival stone. And then you can switch over to the revive summon on the summon monster screen, but only the 100 most recently lost monsters may be revived. Okay, I remember all that. And from this spot in particular, we can summon an imp, we can summon a wyvern, we can summon a mandrake. And then if we click on them, we can actually go and check out skills and magic. It's just got tail whip. You can see its info is here. And then we can go here. This one's got numb bite, a range of 1, and then numb powder, range of 1 to 2. But it requires you not to move if you want to cast that. And essentially, it's probably something that will like paralyze immunity. So I assume it will paralyze the enemy when you hit them with a numb deal. Forced HP recover. So if in a forest, we'll recover HP. So some interesting things here. And then the imp itself has stick tap. I guess it's just an auto attack. You can use silent and protect. So protect, of course, is a buff, and silent is a way of preventing spells from being cast. So each one has its own use. This is the immediate mana cost along the top, I think. And then this is the upkeep cost along the bottom. So 70, and then the mana upkeep is 7. I don't know why. I don't know what the cost 20 means then. Oh, this is command points. This is how many command points it takes to use these. All right, so that brings us to another thing. If we go over here to troops, we see that our knight here, our last, what is her name? Reche. She can actually control. This is her overall like command power, I think, with all the troops that's there. Then she's got rune power, and the rune power allows her to control various different troops. So she is using 90 of her 177. She's got 87 left. So if we were to go back into the summoning realm here, we could technically summon any of these three and it would work for her. So let's summon her the Mandrake. Why not? Now, I believe the things all have random stats generated. So these are like the base stats that you could start with, and then you can either get better or worse, depending. I think maybe levels might also be a thing that can happen, like you can get randomly higher levels. I'm just not real sure. But either way, there's our little boy. Zabilrake, or Zabilrake if you prefer. Once you summon, you go back to the troops, and then you go to units, and you click and drag them on over. I personally like to order them from greatest to least. I know that sounds weird, but it's fine. So, the biggest cost to the least cost, and we only have 17 points left. There are very few units that we can summon at a 15 cost. So she's pretty much set. I'm not going to move her right now. I'm actually going to send her on quests, because I'd like her to level up and her army to level up. So, send her on a quest. There are two categories for quests: explorations, where you can obtain items or monsters, and training to get experience. If she's really, really good at the exploration, I will send her for that. Otherwise, I will send her for experience. She is not looking good for the those quests. So, obviously I'm going to choose her, and we're going to send her to the training grounds. So she's going to get some experience, and all of her troops will as well. Alright, then you back out of that. So there's a lot of left-clicking, right-clicking. The control scheme's a little weird. Like, you can definitely tell it's originally designed with a controller in mind. So left-clicking, right-clicking is forward and cancel. Spacebar seems to also be a thing, so you can move like up and down and choose your selection with W, A, S, and D, and then hit spacebar to actually select it. So that's not too bad. I'm kind of using a combination of the keyboard and the mouse right now. Alright, so at Katchana, she is doing a quest right now. I'm going to move one person over to the left side, one person over to the right side, maybe. I might not. Well, I will. We'll see. Or maybe I'll move two people over to the left side, because we can have defenders and such. You'll see. So frontline bases are those that are adjacent to enemies. They become the battlefields if either side invades. Yep, kind of par for the course. And then you can move troops from across the map to anywhere else, which is really nice, but they're not able to attack on the turn that they move. They can be there for defense, they just can't be there for the attack. So I am going to move... This is fascinating. I think I'll move Charlotte. You know, I might move both of them, honestly. Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm going to move both of them just down here. That is a weird amalgamation of just troops. So they're going to move there. Let's go actually take a look here. Who do we have? Okay, so... And we can start mixing and matching and getting, like, just a better overall grouping of troops. Let's go to units here. I said I like the biggest to least. These are all rangers. Or sorry, ranged units. Granted, the range of their attack is a 1 piece, so it's not great. But it is there. And we could put them on standby and, like, move them to other groups if we wanted to. So we can make a super group, or we can mix and match. Build up troops with one person. Each place that you're at has different troops that you can actually summon. So summoning from here might bring us, and does indeed bring us, different troops. So we've got ourselves the Gigas here. We got ourselves the Centaur. And also the Mandrake still exists. So some options there for summoning. I think I'm going to leave the summoning alone for there. We're going to go back here, though. I just want to see what's summonable here. So we got the little goblin baby. We got ourselves a unicorn. And there's a rock, which is not bad. A solid flying unit does decent damage. Dominate Mountain A. I'm not sure what that means. And you got the big claw, which is just a basic attack. But if you can get him into a position where he's going to be fine and not just immediately die, surrounded by enemies, his big roar does a lot of damage out to a range of 2. Well, it does some damage out to a range of 2 for everyone around him, which is not a terrible thing. Alright, so I think that's fine. How much mana do we have? 333. Now, this may not be a smart move. It might be. We'll see. Okay, here's where we can summon most of our troops at this point. End is troop screen? Oh, okay, I see. And then summon monster. So if you go into one and you want to get to the other, you don't have to back out like I've been doing. You can just hit this button down here. And it brings you to the other place. There's not enough mana in the mana reserves. 340, and then we got like 333 or whatever I said. We're close, but we can't quite do it. So let's take a look at our skills and magic. Saint Split. Not real sure what that does. You got a Loop Heal, which sounds really good, and a Divine Ray. So probably our top tier unit right now is the Angel. However, if we take a look at the... Really? We don't have enough in this one either? Okay. We have the Dragon. The Dragon's pretty strong, has a breath attack. That can't be used while moving, so you need to set them up ahead of time. Then the Dragon Fury, which hits pretty hard. And then, of course, you have the Mandrake and everything else. I think what we're going to do... Oh, my mana reserves are up there. I was like, what's going on down here? I think this may be how much mana we have. Oh, this is how much I think we generate each time. So each spot that we go to has a different amount that it generates. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. All right, we're going to move these troops here because they serve no purpose. We're going to move them over to the other places at this point. I'm thinking maybe I'll leave someone behind to do some questing here. So maybe that's what we'll do. I want to bring our Shinobi leader, Talia, Midessa, Toby, Sid, and Jose. I really don't know. Maybe we leave Jose behind? So the 3 at the bottom are really good at doing quests. And then it looks like our main one, can she even do quests? You cannot dispatch a ruler on the quest. Yeah, I didn't think so. Please choose a knight that's not the ruler. Yeah, that's what I was remembering. I remember somebody actually was like, hey, this is your first time playing the game. I can't believe you did this thing. And I'm like, yes, because inherently I knew for a fact that you couldn't use a leader to do... I'm like, come on, man. It's fine. I think we're going to go for rewards this time around. So we're going to go here. Try to grab some of that up. We're leaving Jose behind. We're going to have the rest of them come through. And it should be fine. Jose might have been the better one to bring along, but we'll see. Alright, so we're going to back out of that. We're going to actually move. And we're moving all of the rest of you over. And we're bringing you all over to Coalupa. So I believe this is going to be where we stage our attacks and such from. So with that, we could probably do, since everyone is coming over here, we could probably do a quest with one of these as well. So we have a level 5 dancer that just has a dragon. That's not a great sign, to be honest, but it's fine. Not really great at any of these, so, and you're not, oh, you're actually pretty, all right, you know what, we're going to let Carla go. And Carla is going to go and do... this quest, Shamla Falls. All right, I already confirmed it. I think, yeah, it's on the quest. All right, cool. I believe we're done with our phase. Let's end it. It'll get quicker as we go. I was trying to explain a bunch of stuff too, in case you guys were curious and wondering. If you have questions, you can ask. I don't have all the answers, but I will do my best to answer things that I do know, and or at least we can explore deeper into whatever questions you may have moving forward. I'll be like, I don't know. Let's try to figure it out, and then I'll dive into it type situation. All right. So on the basic menu, the attack command lets you select troops. Yeah, I'm not attacking this time around. Check the enemy base before. So essentially, when you are attacking, whoever has the highest combat power is the group that goes first, and then the lower attack power goes second. Same thing if two different factions are attacking one. Whoever's invading with the highest number gets to go first. It's an interesting thing. We'll see it play out, I imagine, as we go through it. All right, so we have pretty big numbers there. A little bit smaller numbers over here because they decided to fortify this. So they could technically attack, and it would be bad for us on this side, but let's hope that doesn't happen. All right, I'm just going to end the phase because I don't feel like actually attacking. I believe there should be arrows showing the attacks. Liza of Guimule? Of Guimule? Indeed, Eliza Usala, daughter to the current president. Do you know her, Miss Talia? Yes, actually, I happened to speak with her while on guard duty. Is there something about this Eliza you wish to tell us, Sir Jose? Yes, madame. I have heard stories of her in many countries during my work as a mercenary. For one, she wields a powerful sword. A powerful sword? I confess I do not know the extent of its power, but it is said to have belonged to the legendary Mule Ange sisters. Mule Ange? If I remember my history, those are the three sisters who made a name for themselves during the Gustava incident. Yes, 3 beautiful female knights. Sounds a bit like your worst nightmare. That's not funny. Very well, jesting aside, I advise you to be very careful of that sword, Miss Talia. Why? The sword will test any who pick it up. Yeah? What do you mean? If the sword detects the slightest hint of unworthiness in the person who is wielding it, the sword would attack the wielder? It is possible. I don't believe it. Unfortunately, the sinister sword wasn't the only matter I wanted to speak with you about, Miss Talia. I fear something dire will soon descend upon Runersia. Something that would be catastrophic to all of us. I believe that it would be best to conquer all of Runersia without delay. Is that correct, Sir Jose? You read my mind, madame. Well, Talia understood the significance of Jose and Medesa's words. At the same time, she could not help but recall her brief exchange with Eliza when they met in the Republic of Guimule. Not only was she a Rune Knight, but she was also the top candidate for the presidency. Would she rally and command an army of her own? Well, yeah. Then Talia also thought of Eliza's other identity. The ballerina. I never imagined ballet would look quite so beautiful and free. Free? That is the first time anyone has ever said that of my performance. That cannot be. You dance as if you were a fairy with wings. My apologies. I assure you I was not neglecting my duties as a hall guard. No need. The Shinobi tribe's commitment to their mission is known far and wide throughout this country. I am unworthy of such praise, Miss Eliza. Talia had given her information on the growing unrest across Runersia. It is about your father. Word of the president's illness has reached the ears of the other nation's leaders. Then there is the sudden mysterious death of Rubino III in the kingdom of Norzalio. Even the Holy Gustava Empire and the Mana Silesia theocracy have been acting strangely. Indubitably. Talia, is there something wrong? Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing. Teehee. You mentioned you have spoken with Eliza Uzala. What did this conversation entail? I'm not sure. It was my first mission, so I was rather nervous. I don't remember much. Uh-huh. Despite the fact that she respected Medessa like a mother, Talia found herself unable to share Eliza's secret. She knew Eliza Uzala may very well become a powerful enemy one day. Yet even so, she simply could not bring herself to break the promise she had made to Eliza that day. Okay. Quest results. What do we got? Good. We got some swift claws, which is good for claw boys and claw girls. So all of these folk here. 3 to attack, 5 to agility. I'll take it. Jose, you got some Thunder Fangs as well. Some biting characters. So those 3. Cool, 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 cool. And the training grounds went excellent. We got 300 experience, which means we got some level ups. Reche went up from level 1 to level 2, and she also got a higher proficiency. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, mana balance. Maybe we'll find out. Is the mana left after subtracting upkeep of all monsters from the income of all the bases? This amount is calculated automatically each season and added to your nation's mana reserves. So income versus, yeah. Total mana generated from all owned bases each season, then the upkeep, and then boom. Back to, yeah, that makes sense. Back to the organization phase. We got a fair bit of reserves, actually. So that's not bad. We should be able to bolster our strength quite a bit. Which I think we need to do over here at Fupai. Alright, I hope you guys are enjoying this return and or beginning to Brigandine, the Legend of Runersia. It's, like I said, it's a fun game. There's a lot to it. And we're going to be kind of fumbling and stumbling our way forward, but hopefully it all kind of works out. That is somewhat off-putting that they have that much in 3 nights here. But that also means that they are front-loading their characters. And they still have room for growth. That's crazy. You got a Berserker, you got a Temple Knight, and you got a Champion. And they got some nasty characters. Battling these guys is not going to be easy. The Unicorn, if I recall correctly, has the ability to... Oh, I hit you and it brought up stats, but it gave me this. Classes, skills, magic, and equipment often have elemental effects. These elements are represented by the 5 colors with different advantages and disadvantages when fighting against certain enemies. Okay, so green is better than blue, blue is better than red, red's better than green, and then light versus dark. Advantage, disadvantage. Sure. You can see the relationship between red, green, and blue. Attacks cause more or less damage. When your attack element is the same as the enemy's defense element, the effects are negated. Okay. Attacks without an element are affected by the number of orbs, but not the element color of the orb. Okay, so these attacks versus... Okay, that kind of makes sense. Weak effect, sure. Strong effect. The strength of elemental damage depends on the number of colored orbs in the unit's possession. If both units have red orbs, then the unit with 3 red orbs will have more of an effect on damage than a unit with only 2. Okay. Each unit is affected by 2 slots, an attack element for dealing damage and a defense element for defending. Units can equip up to 9 elements in each slot. How do you do that? See, this is something that I never fully grasped. Alright, class elements. Each knight, class, or monster has its own element. Changing a unit's class will also change its element. Okay, makes sense. More advanced classes may add more orbs to the same element, or even a different element. Elemental orbs associated with a unit's class are equipped to both attack and defense slots. Weapons are assigned element. When a weapon is equipped, the element orbs are assigned to the attack slot and an armor as well. Okay, that all tracks. Set your attack element to one that has an advantage over the enemy's defense element in order to deal greater damage. How do you do that? Oh, these are various different attacks that you can do, I'm assuming, right? Plus equipment, plus skill spell. Base damage without type advantages. Black weak to white damage boosted. More weak orbs means greater damage. Oh, interesting. Alright, so we're looking here at the unicorn. The thing with the unicorn is it has an attack, of course, but also has cure and heal, which is kind of a big deal. So the unicorns are kind of just like healing units, if you want to use them as such. So that's going to be a hard task to actually take that. But before we dive in fully, let's get over here. Let's get into some summoning. Some summoning. I'm going to say we're going to summon probably one of you. Probably one more of you. And then a couple of the pew-pew dudes. And then we're going to call it a day. Ooh, plus across the board. I like it. Power Fist. Yeah. All right, we're going to do one more here with them. I should have maybe slowed that down just a little bit. Okay, a little bit low on that one overall. Not great. We're going to do one more. Okay, well, again, not necessarily the best. Okay, then we're going to go to troops. And from here, we're going to be able to start mixing and matching. Come up with some good choices. Some of our forces seem a bit weird. The portraits seem a little strange. Alright, we got 121 left. So what I would like to do, plop one of you here, two of you. That works out perfectly. I'd also like to move you up to the... Oh, did I swap? Oh, I did. Can I move the entire group up? No. Just... Okay. I kind of want to put her at the top. I feel like her being at the bottom, it doesn't really matter. Here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to rebuild everything from scratch, basically. So we're going to have 9, 9, 8, and 3. And I'm just going to put everything over in reserves. I think I can do that. I don't think there's a limit to how many folks can go into reserves. And we're going to see what we can come up with over here. Could be completely wrong, though. So I like the idea of having you... you have a little sparkly thing. I'm taking whatever that means. I don't know what that means, but we're taking it. And then a couple of you to shine there. Then we've got another big boy. And maybe we do the double big boy here. Into single one of those. I'm okay with that. And what about a big boy into... Oh, that's just short. Into an archer. Then we could put you here as well. Then you would just end up with an archer at the end. Seems kind of eh. That's fine. I believe we can only have really 3 fighting forces anyway, so this kind of works. And I think that should be probably pretty okay. Again, none of them are particularly overwhelmingly strong, so we'll see how that goes. We did get some equipment. I'm not sure that I want to necessarily throw it onto any of these. It's like nothing for us. Really? Oh, okay. What does E do? Nothing. Nothing going on in any of our forces. I don't know that we have anybody who would even utilize Magic Helm. Maybe? No, I think we had like biting units and then clawing units. I don't think we have, I say anything but maybe on the one character that we just kind of left her normal stuff. Here we go. So Thunder Fangs. What do Thunder Fangs do? Do we get to know what they do? Uh-huh. What does it do? Details. All right, here we go. It just adds the green bubble to the. Okay. I mean, you would think that it would do something more beyond that, but it did not. All right. Then we know we got the Swift Claws. All right. I don't believe you guys have anything extra. No. Okay, that's pretty much it. So, thing to notice as well is she is an archer. So, despite like everybody else is not an archer. There we go. So she was an archer. What were you? You're a mage. You're an axeman. You're a spear user, I think. Yeah. Okay. So that is that on this side. I think we're still going to send somebody on a quest. And even switching them out the way we did, it didn't change the order on this side. It's kind of funny. Alright, I think we're going to go for some experience. And then we're going to have the rest try to hold the line. I know that's going to hurt us overall. Hopefully she's not come to attack. She might. Again, this might be a mistake. Very possible it is a mistake, but I'm hoping that's not the case. So again, I'm going to go for... I don't want to keep going for stuff like this. Let's go for it. Then over on this side, what do we have for the quest? So she leveled up a little bit. I think another level up would be nice for her. So some more training grounds, and then we'll be able to send her somewhere to do something. Alright, and then we're going to come over here, and as our final act, hopefully the next turn we're going to be able to actually go in and do some damage. But I cannot promise that that's going to be the case. Wyvern. None of these are really great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here. I'm going to go to... Oop, not move. I'm going to go to summon. Okay, we're going to go down here and we're going to summon. And I would like one of these. Leaves us with a very small amount of mana. I want another angel. Okay. I feel like overall that's not too bad. It's Angemi. Angemi. Now the unfortunate reality is she is kind of stuck where she is right now. I mean, I can go to units, and I can definitely throw you into this, which is great. But after this thing, we're going to move him over, and we'll transfer some troops or whatever. It's going to be fine. Okay, I'm back over here. We have no more things to do that with, so now we are going to have to go and start playing around with actual troops. So we got an upgraded Mandrake. We've got ourselves a regular unicorn. There's an upgraded unicorn here, which is a Pegasus. We have an angel. I'm going to take the dragon away from her. And I'm going to take you and you away. I mean, we got a little bit of space here, so let's go with this. On this front, little Goblin Knight, look at him, Pusha. I like it. We'll get the doggo there. And then I suppose got some options here. Dude, this dude's a beefcake. What if we gave you one of these guys? We put the dragon up there with him. And... oh, that's not what I want to do. And, yeah, we'll go with you. It's a thing. Overall, I don't know what our overall strength is here, but it's not too bad, I don't think. He's definitely got some space to grow. These others, not quite as much, but still. Wow, look at this. Level 13 with 258. Not bad. 246, 214. So hopefully whatever we do, we're going to be able to do something incredible. And I think, well, we got to do, what, items? We got to do some items. Equipment. We already had the bite. We need a claw. So let's go with this guy. Yeah, swift claws. We can see details by hitting U. So +3 to attack, +5 to agility. Definitely putting that on him. All right, there we go. All right, we're ready. We're going to end the phase, and then I believe we're going to see what's going to happen, but we're not going to actually attack or do anything yet. So looking at the overall map, I don't see any movements going out to anyone right now. So I think we're safe, but you never can tell. In fact, you know what? Let's let that end. Or you know what? Let's be bold. Let's try to be bold. Let's throw an attack out. This might backfire. Hey, you know what? We'll do it in the next episode. We'll either throw the attack out. I'm gonna look like deeper into like what he has in here. Like there's 4 people. It's 14. What's the split? Are we gonna be able to get one where he's missing like a quarter of his group or not, and so on and so forth. So we'll see. We'll see. But I think we might stand a chance to actually push in and do some damage to him. But again, time will tell. Anyway, folks, that's it for this second episode. Sorry I didn't get into combat yet. We're gonna get into it next episode, and hopefully you guys will be able to see how that all plays out. Again, the controls are a little weird, but not terrible. You can definitely tell it's ported from a, it's redesigned for PC, but it came from a console system. So just something to be aware of, something to make a mental note of, and it does have full controller support. So if you still want to use a controller, you absolutely can. And it might be slightly easier, but I'm doing okay with the keyboard and mouse. So, all right, folks, till the very next episode, I have been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.